space enthusiast. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with Creekbot. Today we're going to make a trip to the moon. And we're going to use our new rocket. This rocket actually has solar panels on it this time, so we'll be able to make it all the way to the moon and back. This rocket has multiple stages that we're going to use to get orbital around Kerbal, to burn to a trajectory that will allow us to be captured by the moon, and then burn to orbit around the moon and land on the moon. So as we see here, we have our struts that we just got holding our new liquid fuel engines on, along with our solar panels up top and some batteries. But as we're reaching heights, let's go ahead and start some experiments here. Now, I've been waiting a long time to get to this point because, as you all know, when you start out with the new .22 career mode, it takes quite a bit of time to collect your science if you build rockets that aren't exploding. I did try around with some exploding rockets, and although you can get a lot of science really quick, you can get through the tech tree in the beginning, I wanted to show a path with more survivable rockets that aren't to the point where later on maybe they'll not work as they change things in the game. But we also are doing live commentary today as we play, and we're about to lose our first stage here. I think I overshot my trajectory. Should have turned a lot earlier on this. But there goes our main liquid fuel engines that have pushed us to great heights and allowing us to get to a orbit. Let's go ahead and take some more science here while we have it. And I've exhausted a lot of the science that's available. As we can check here under our crew reports, you see 0 available. And if we check the goo canisters, not that much, not really worth transmitting for that much power, but the observed material is still kicking a little bit there, and we still have a decent amount of power. We'll go ahead and hold off on any more because it drained quite a bit for that one. Let's hold off on our science, and we have 81. Yep, we're getting there. A little extra just to make sure, and then we'll cut the engines, and we'll go ahead and set our maneuver to get us orbital. Let's look where the moon is, and it is on the wrong side, so we'll go ahead and get our maneuver here. 93, 83, 85, 82, that's good enough. We'll go ahead and check our burn. It's got quite a high burn time there. Might be just because the rocket is so big at this point. So let's go ahead and start burning. Now, I do want to do some live commentary during the flights versus doing narration afterwards and just running through them. The only thing I need to know from you, the viewers, is how much of what do you want? Do you want to see the launch? Do you just want to see the landings on the planets, or the flybys? Or just maybe small little episodes that concentrate on little individual parts of the science system? Go ahead and post in the comments and let me know. Also, click the like button if you do like the video or have liked any of the ones in the past and would like to see more. I need to know from you, the viewers, where you want to go. And if you have a challenge, go ahead and post it. I can see if I can do that and post some maybe challenges. I am looking at the Reddit challenge for Kerbal Space Program and thinking about doing some of those too and posting them. And as we come up here on our stage, we're running out of fuel shortly, and we're going to end up with our last 2 stages, the main lander itself, and then the one stage that should get us to the moon and into an orbit around the moon. So let's go ahead and disconnect this stage here and take off, and we'll get orbital around Kerbal here, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're orbital around the moon. Alright, and we're around the moon, and we're just coming up on the sunny side, and we've already set our rocket in a retrograde burn position so that we can get closer to the surface. Now let me show you something that we've done here. And what we've done is we made our lowest point very close to the moon. Now the mountains are about, let's say, 5,000 meters on average. But what we did is we've come fairly close, and the reason for that is because what we want to do as we've come down our trajectory is we want to retro burn a little bit here and there to get ourselves to slow down and get ourselves as close as we can to the surface when we're slowing down, because we don't want a lot of vertical velocity when we're coming down on this planet. There's no atmosphere. Well, it's a moon actually, but there's no atmosphere or anything like that, so there's nothing to slow us down vertically. So let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit here, and we'll come in around the front here, getting close to our lowest point in our orbit. And we'll go ahead and see our orbit is at 622 meters a second. A little bit fast, so we'll go ahead and burn. Slow ourselves down to, say, let's go for 400. And there we are. We can see we've got a nice curve there. And if we've looked at our fuel, we're pretty much out in that module or that stage, so we'll go ahead and jettison it and get our lander ready. Let's go ahead and deploy our landing gear so we don't forget, and we'll go ahead and activate our engine even though we're not using it at the moment. Now we're at 400 and we're only going to speed up, so let's do a quick burn test to see how fast that slows down. Say, let's go for 50 meters per second at full power. 3 to 4 seconds, not that long. So if we take that 3 to 4 seconds, calculate it, 6, it's not too bad, so 12. Trying to think of the altitude that we want to get before we start burning some more. We'll play it by ear, but probably somewhere around here. Our curve, maybe land in this area over here. And that's the other thing, is we don't have any way to map this area, and there's quite a few craters, so we'll go ahead and make sure we're lined up for our burn. Speed up just a little bit, get lower, maybe to about there. And there's a divot from another crater, so we'll try and bypass that one, and then we'll burn. And we've sped up a little bit, almost at 400. Let's go ahead and start our engine. And slow down, and we can see the surface debris. Coming a little fast, but hopefully we'll slow down enough. I think we will. Getting close, very close. Can get way too close for comfort, but I think we'll make it. And here we are. Yep, we did really good there. That was close though. So let's make sure we're lined up. And a little bit of fine tuning here. We'll come in. And nice soft touchdown. Oh, no. Oh, well, that did not go as planned. But we are on the moon, so let's go ahead and take our crew report. Let's see, where's our antenna? Is it on the other side? It is. So let's see if we can roll the capsule over and free up the antenna that seems to be missing somewhere there. It's on the back side. Let's go ahead and turn so we don't break that. And our crew reports are 7.5. Keep. Let's check out our observe. 100. Let's go ahead and send that one. We'll go ahead and send a goo for 40. And since we have power and we're actually currently generating it, we can kind of do this for a little while here. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stand the craft on in, so getting off of the planet's going to be a little, or the moon's going to be a little harder. But we'll do our best. We'll try and get that working here. Let's check out our bay again. 85, not bad. And the goo. Those are going to be our big ones. We're also going to get out and take a surface sample here in a second. And we're out of power there, so it's sending. Let's send a little bit more, then we'll get out. Do our EVA, plant our flag, and get back on our way. Let's get in there, and 100%. Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and fall off. Walk out. And Jebediah, you are going to plant our first flag on the moon. And there we go. Site name. Psi 6 for our 6th episode. Lander 1. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get a surface sample. And keep. Get our EVA report. Keep that so we can get back into our capsule. Nope, that did not work out. Let's try that again. Let's go ahead and get him up and going. Oh, and too far. Let's see. And we're in. Alright. Let's go ahead, take our report, send. Not worth that much. You start to say something dramatic. Oh, this is the report from being on the surface. Situation is nominal. Let's go ahead and send that. And we lose a little bit on that report. And this one we would lose half, so let's go ahead and keep that for our surface sample. Observe our goo. Go ahead and send. Use our bay here. We'll go ahead and keep because we're starting to lose quite a bit on this mission. Keep. Make sure we get all our reports to keep. And let's see, we need to exit. Kerbal is there, so we're going to burn a very crazy amount of fuel, and hopefully we will not explode. And we're going to keep those tucked in. And here we go. Good, and we're up. Make sure we're going the right direction, and we're not, so we will change that. Wrong way. There it is. 180. Slowly but surely it will adjust. Lost control there for a second. But that's what this game's all about, trying things out and learning. 270s, it's not bad. Let's go ahead and get our escape trajectory, and then we'll do a correction to get back to Kerbal, and we will see you there. And welcome back, everybody. We're going to go in for our final approach to Kerbal. We're not going to separate our capsule from the main body of the craft because we have the experiment right below there that needs to be recovered. So we're going to go ahead and try and land this. Later in the game, when they do start re-entry heating, we may not be able to land with this craft without separating it. So for now, we're going to go ahead and get our extra bit of science there, even though later on it probably won't be possible. And we're hitting our atmosphere here, coming in pretty fast. But we should be able to land it. It looks like we're going to land in some mounds or in a valley in between them. And as we hit the atmosphere's thicker section, we will turn bright orange, slowing us down and exerting extreme g-forces on our Kerbal. We're still going quite fast, as you can see. We're breaking multiple sound barriers there, but now we're slowing down. And we're coming in. Now we don't have any more fuel, so this is going to be totally on the landing gear and the parachute, so hopefully we won't destroy that experiment. And let's go ahead and deploy that parachute. Oh, that worked out. Pretty high up according to altitude, but I bet you we're a lot closer than we think because the altimeter is not quite as accurate as you would hope. And let's hope that this doesn't blow up. And we're good. Yep, we made it. Yet again, a very bad landing, but oh, and we did break one of our legs there. But we've made it back to Kerbal. So let's go ahead and collect our reward. And for a reward, it should be fairly big since we brought a lot of the experiments back. 245 science brought back with that craft. Vessel return from the surface to the moon, 30. So we got quite a bit of data points there. Surface sample material study, that's the one that we kept with our craft. 75.5 science. And with this, we'll be able to check quite a few blocks off on our science tree. Now, we have quite a few options. We have some larger fuel tanks and engines, RCS, equipment, more fuselage for planes, and some space parts for larger, more plane parts. A little bit of plane, a little bit of AI crafts, and some small engines. Large amount of solar panels there. Science experiment. There's another science. Let's go ahead and let's see, get our science experiment there. Get our next science experiment. What is this? External command seat. General purpose housing intended to be base material for Almere spacecraft. That's new. That'll be for rovers. And we got our batteries and our solar panels, which might be a good choice since we only have one option left. Let's see. Or we can get two of these. No, we can't. We can only get one of these if we choose one of these. Let's go with this guy. Oh wow, there's even more options in here. Battery, bigger solar panels, a item that's not classified as anything, and some more science information. High gain antenna. So until next time, go ahead and post your comments below, hit the like button, and keep your eyes on the sky.